Christian X, born Christian Carl Frederick Albert Alexander Wilhelm on September 26, 1870, in Charlotte-Enland Palace near Copenhagen, was the eldest son of Crown Prince Frederick, later King Frederick VIII, and Louise of Sweden. As a member of the House of Glucksburg, he was a part of a royal dynasty that ruled Denmark, Norway, and several German states. He ascended to the throne of Denmark in 1912 upon the death of his father, King Frederick VIII, becoming one of the most notable monarchs in modern Danish history. Christian X is remembered not only for his long reign, which lasted until his death in 1947, but also for his role during World War II and his deep symbolic presence in Denmark's national consciousness. Early life and education. Growing up in a royal household, Christian received a strict, military-based education. He was known for his strong sense of discipline, formality, and loyalty to his country. In 1898, he married Alexandrine of Mecklenburg-Schwerin, a German duchess. The marriage was one of duty and diplomacy, though it also turned out to be happy and stable. The couple had two sons, Prince Frederick, later King Frederick IX, and Prince Knud. Before becoming king, Christian served in the Danish military, steadily climbing the ranks. He was deeply committed to military tradition and would carry this value into his later reign. Unlike some European monarchs of the time, he maintained a serious and conservative public persona, marked by discipline and a reserved manner. Reign as King of Denmark. Christian X was crowned King of Denmark on May 14, 1912, and later also became King of Iceland in 1918 when Iceland became a separate kingdom under a personal union with Denmark. He was the first Danish monarch since King Frederick VII not to be crowned with the old regalia, as Denmark had abolished the absolute monarchy and transitioned to a constitutional monarchy. During World War I, although Denmark remained neutral, Christian X had to navigate the complex tensions between Germany and Britain. His reign during the interwar period saw Denmark dealing with economic hardship and political shifts. Despite personal conservatism, he respected Denmark's democratic constitution and allowed parliamentary governance to operate without royal interference. In 1920, Christian X played a controversial role in the Easter Crisis, where he dismissed the government led by Prime Minister Carl Theodor Zale over a disagreement regarding the reunification of southern Jutland, Schleswig, with Denmark after World War I. The king's decision led to widespread political protests and threatened to destabilize the monarchy. Eventually, a compromise was reached, and Christian X promised to stay within the bounds of his constitutional role. This event marked a turning point where the Danish monarchy's influence was definitively reduced to a ceremonial and symbolic one. World War II and symbol of resistance. Christian X's reputation reached legendary heights during World War II. When Nazi Germany invaded Denmark on April 9, 1940, the Danish government chose to cooperate with the Germans to avoid destruction, resulting in a relatively lenient occupation compared to other countries. Christian X remained in Copenhagen during the occupation and became a powerful symbol of national unity and quiet resistance. He refused to flee or go into exile, and every day, he rode his horse unaccompanied through the streets of Copenhagen, a bold act of courage that resonated with the Danish people. His daily rides became a visual representation of Denmark's sovereignty and the people's quiet defiance under occupation. A famous, though apocryphal, story tells of the king threatening to wear the yellow Star of David if the Nazis forced Danish Jews to do so. While there is no evidence that this actually happened, the myth persisted and reinforced the king's image as a protector of all Danes, regardless of religion. Under his symbolic leadership, Denmark saw widespread support for its Jewish population. In 1943, when the Nazis attempted to round up Danish Jews, much of the population with the support of the resistance movement helped over 7,000 Jews escape to Sweden. Christian X's moral leadership played a crucial role in fostering this environment of solidarity. Later years and legacy. By the end of the war in 1945, Christian X was hailed as a national hero. His health, however, began to decline after a horse riding accident in 1942 that left him partially paralyzed. Despite his health issues, he remained an active monarch until his death on April 20, 1947, at the age of 76. He was succeeded by his son, Frederick IX. Christian X is buried at Roskilde Cathedral, the traditional resting place of Danish monarchs. Cultural and historical impact. Christian X remains one of the most beloved monarchs in Danish history. His stoic demeanor, strong sense of duty, and deep connection to his people made him a figure of national pride. While his early reign had moments of controversy, his leadership during World War II secured his legacy as a symbol of Danish perseverance and unity. Statues and memorials in his honor can be found throughout Denmark. His image on horseback is iconic, forever etched in the Danish memory as a king who stood with his people during their darkest hours.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.